most of the times anyway.
Women are incapable of leading men in a relationship, period. It don't work.
That's also because, and I can relate to this personally, is if the woman herself does not want to allow herself to be cared for. Compromised, yes, cared for. And that's because of trauma from the past. Like for example, like when I got with Joel, this is my boyfriend's name, I would not let him buy me shit. Like when I'm telling you, absolutely, not even food, ice cream, a candy bar, none of it. Why? Because my ex from before bought me one pair of like a set of some shit, like underwear and bottoms, and I gave him my paintings. I asked for the paintings back. He charged me and said, give me back the shit that I bought you. And I said, I didn't even want that fucking shit because I hate when people buy me shit. And it took me 3 years to feel comfortable enough to not say no, please don't buy me that fucking shit. Please don't buy me that fucking shit to Joel.
Notice what happened there, right? You didn't let him be a man. Men want to take care of you, right? And if he wants to be a man in your life, if you don't let him be a man,
but then men also have to not traumatize women in a relationship and after a relationship.
I'll take it a step further. The world doesn't owe you understanding. Like, I don't have to sit there and wait 3 years and deal with your trauma. Like, fuck that shit. I'm like, I'm going to talk to another girl that doesn't have issues. And I'm not saying that to make fun of you.
No.
But,
that's understood.
like, I want women to understand, because I noticed you guys keep talking from your lens. Oh, well, to me, my situation, I need you guys to step out of your own two shoes and realize that the world doesn't owe you understanding. No one gives a fuck about your background. No one gives a fuck about your trauma. Men don't have to accept you as you come. They can just deal with you. Maybe, okay, this girl has some issues. She's too competitive. She acts like a dude. I'm just going to fuck her and not take her serious. And a lot of guys think like that. They'll just never tell you the truth. And the thing is this with women, at least for men, we can deal with a girl and she rejects you and you get rejected. You know you fucked up. She don't like you, whatever. Men, however, is different. He'll reject you covertly. You won't even know. He'll fuck with you, maybe take you on a date or two, have sex with you, not call you back, not take you serious, whatever, and you'll never know why. And the reason why a lot of the times is because you did something that made you a non-candidate for anything serious. So you now get put in the sex-only lane. And that happens to so many girls, and they don't know why. And I'm telling y'all, a big reason why is because girls act like dudes. They think it's acceptable behavior, and it really isn't. It's just that most guys are not going to step up and say, yo, you're acting like a nigga. This shit's unattractive as fuck. They don't want to say that shit because they're gonna lose the box. You're going to probably shame them. You're insecure, small dick energy. You're scared of me. They just don't want to deal with it. They're going to fuck and then do what they got to do to fuck, and then they're going to move on to the next girl. Men don't care about your problems. They're going to find a girl that isn't going to have the problems, and that's who they're going to wife up.
But at least you're willing to change and do that paradigm shift. However, it took 3 years. Some women never change.
No, that's a problem.
Yeah.
And that is a problem. But we also have to realize it's not always the female's fault.
And then hold on. I'll say this. The guy that did that to you, it's fucked up, 100%. However, for you to put that burden on somebody else that's new, come on now. That in itself is fucked up.
No, and I told him that's not his problem. And if he wanted to, eventually, yes, it didn't take 3 years for him to buy me shit. Don't get me wrong. But to feel comfortable enough for me not to feel bad for him buying me shit. Like, bro, like I literally felt that. Sometimes I would fucking cry. That's how traumatic it fucking felt. But again, yeah, we're not putting burdens on myself. I don't give a fuck no more. That was 3 years ago. I was 18.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as if you don't let yourself grow, it's not going to go anywhere. And that's what the problem is. She's not going to allow himself to grow. He doesn't want to do anything. He doesn't want to understand her. She doesn't want to be non-independent. And that's not going to go anywhere.
All I'm saying is that the more strong and independent you are going to alienate a good portion of men that you would probably find attractive from taking you seriously. Because men don't want to date themselves, ladies. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. Like, I don't want to date a girl that is like me. That's not attractive. That's ambitious and a go-getter and etc. And people and here's the thing, man. I've hung out with successful girls. I've dated lawyers. I've dated doctors. I've dated women that were in law enforcement. As you guys know, I used to be a federal agent. I've worked with, I dated a girl that worked for DEA for a bit. It's terrible, bro. It's annoying as fuck dealing with chicks that work that are masculine because they act like guys. Everything is competitive and it's not attractive, bro. Like it just isn't. Like it, and guys will sit here and lie and be like, "Oh, I like a girl that's a go-getter," or whatever. Most guys don't, bro. They're just not going to be honest about it because anything that tells a woman, "Hey, this is not good behavior," or "Yo, this is unattractive," or whatever, is almost always going to get hit with, "That's misogynistic. That's small dick energy. That's insecure. You're just scared of a strong woman," etc. Guys don't want to hear that fuck shit. So they just keep their mouth shut, sex only, and I'm just going to move on to the next girl. This girl is already not a candidate for anything serious, but they're going to play the game to get the sex. So I'm telling you guys the truth about why guys really be ghosting a lot of chicks a lot of the time. And they'll never tell you this shit. They never will. You know, so when you run around, bing bong, nigga, like they're like, okay, I'm just going to fuck this girl and never take her serious. But y'all will never know that.
That's true. Any thoughts on that?
No, that is true. I have an older brother. That's true.
Bing bong.
Yeah, bing bong. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't know why, like, it's so hard to get women to understand that femininity, a woman being in touch with her femininity is not weak. There's nothing wrong with it. It is what it is. Men like women for being women, and women like men for being men. It's always gonna be that way. It's always been that way. So just.
well, we live in a world now.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't say being a
Society tells
Society.
you get your bag, sis. You don't
It's
need a
society,
man. You can do it on your own.
music.
And then that comes with independent traits.
I mean,
so
I'm not
that's a
telling
lie.
my
There-
booty on me,
Exactly.
If a woman
You know what I
says,
mean?
because we've had a podcast before, we've actually brought some, some career women on, a stay-at-home mom, whatever. The girl that says I'm a stay-at-home mom, the other girls kind of look at her like, they like snicker at her like, yo, you're a fucking bum.
Yeah.
But what they don't realize is like she actually has the hardest job at the table. You know what I'm saying? But like being a mother, being a stay-at-home mom, whatever, these are things that are made fun of. Women are told go to school, get your education, whatever, which is cool. Like I don't have a problem with women that go to school and want to make money. But I always tell women, the more you become successful, the more it's going to bite you in the ass later on in life when you don't expect it. It's actually going to hurt your ability to get married in the future.
So are
And
you telling
also,
girls to
when you
not be
get-
successful?
Hold on.
Are you telling girls to not be
No,
successful?
No.
we're
It's the
not.
opposite.
Like-
It's the opposite. I said, become successful, but I want you to go in there and understand that you're going to lower your ability to find a man
And
as you become more and more successful.
here's the worst part too. When they get older, it's a wrap. So
Yeah.
how old are you?
I'm 22.
She young.
You're young. You're able to change.
Yeah.
Imagine you were 30 plus years old. You think you
I
would change for
mean,
any man?
Yeah.
No, because you're set in your ways.
Shout out
So
to
Listen,
the
no,
older you
I've seen
get,
it
bro.
happen though. I've seen it happen though.
No, but I'm saying, generally
Early.
speaking, the older you get, the hard. Like for example, it's hard to teach a old dog new tricks, right?
Yes.
Same thing with a girl. Is she set in her ways from all the trauma in her life? Is she gonna change for one guy? Probably not. So we're just saying it's harder for a girl that has that. I want to say successful traits and the age as well.
There's some like crazy stat. If a woman is like single by 35, never been married, she's never going to be married. Some
Bro,
crazy stat like that. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy,
Like
man.
it's all I'm saying is that as men make more money and become successful, doors open. As women make more money and become successful, doors close.
I also think by that time, once women become highly successful, a lot of them, I mean, yes, a lot of them are looking to be married after they become successful, but a lot of them also aren't at
It's
that
too late
point.
though.
Yeah, they aren't at
It's too
that
late
point.
at that
They don't
point.
care.
And some don't
because
care.
A lot of men at that point, because a lot of men have backed them up because they don't appreciate how successful, because they take it as masculinity. And
It is though. Successful women, women that earn a
I
lot
can
of
see
money
what you're
are
talking about.
masculine. Trust me. Like I've
Just not.
dated them. They are. They're competitive. They want to compare. How much money they make to you. They want to talk about
That's sad.
degrees. They want to talk about accolades. They want to
lead.
They want to lead with their success. And it's like, bruh, like this shit is annoying. You know what
All
I'm saying?
I can
men
agree. That is
want,
definitely annoying.
all men want is soft, nurturing, caregiving energy, loving, soft. That's all they want. Like it's
She's
really
right, though.
not that
She's right.
hard.
She's right.
It's
But I will
not
say,
that
though,
hard.
And here's the thing,
Yeah.
Nina, you're not a bum. You do pretty well for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you
Thank
don't
you.
lead ever with your success financially.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Not
I
to
mean,
put
I
your
don't
business out
I
there,
don't
but-
want men. I don't want to attract men who just want me because of my money to begin with.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I
true.
Well, you do tell them because of your booty.
Yeah, yeah,
But
totally.
that's another story.
That's
Yeah.
another story for
Okay,
another
chats
day.
real quick.
Yeah. Any before we go into chats, anybody got anything they want to say or anything?
So do you think a girl should focus on her success or her like getting her like family, finding a husband first? Like what should a girl focus on?
That's a great.
You know
what I mean?
Honestly, it depends on what that woman wants. Like some girls don't give a fuck about children and family, and if that really, which I would say that's dangerous. But hey, if you want to focus on you, that's fine. Go ahead and go to school. But my thing is, I just want women to understand that if you want a family, you are gonna have to work for it. You're gonna have to go out there and actually try to pursue and find a man and get married. I think girls kind of think oh, you know what? Let me put that as a fifth priority. Let me focus on school, making money, etc. It doesn't operate like that.
Yeah.
Listen, we're just saying it's your life. Live it how you want.
Yeah.
However, if you want certain things, you gotta move a certain way.
Yeah.
And you can't choose a path and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna change later on because you're too far set in your ways," and that could disrupt your whole mindset.
We lie to women all the time and tell them you can become a scientist, an astronaut, whatever, and then have a family and be a
After.
career woman and all the other. It's not gonna work, bro. Like by the time you got your master's
It's gonna
degree
be
and
too
you're
late.
29, 30, whatever it is, the same men you're competing for, they're gonna go get a fucking 21-year-old, bro. I'm telling you.
Mark.
What's up?
JLM.
Max Sauce, JLM.
Joel, lives matter. Joel.
Nah, I've been looking at the comments this whole time, and I've actually been holding.
Hashtag free Joel.
They're like hashtag free Joel.
Yeah.
Who is
So
that?
I mean,
That's my
that's
boyfriend.
so I mean, it's up to the lady. But on this podcast, we just keep it real with you. If you want to go the career path and make money, fantastic, do it. But just know that it's going to be very difficult for you to have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
If you want to find a husband, cool, double down and go on that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always go back to school, bro. Like I see women do it the other way. They find a husband, they go, they get married, they have children, and then later on, when the kids get older, then they go back to school and they pursue a career, which I think is probably the best way to go because you can always go back to school, but you can't necessarily always have a child.
Yeah.
You know, we
That
know
is-
by the time a woman's
true.
35 years old,
By
like
the time you're 35,
high risk pregnancy,
Yeah.
30 years old,
it's high risk.
80% plus your eggs are gone.
Is it possible? But why even risk it?
Yeah.
So okay, JB